everybody, and welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. I'm your host, Ian, and today is another another faux home shopping channel. No, it's not. But I've really gotten into dry brushing lately. I built this little Wandering Earth kit from Meng, and I dry brushed it, and I freaking love dry brushing. It's so awesome. I used some of these cheap Chinesium Amazon dry brushes, and yeah, whatever. But after a recent review video of the AK paint markers, Michigan Toy Soldier reached out and said, "Hey, if you can have a discount code, and we'll send you some things to try out. Just give us a shout out." This is not a paid content. I said, "Hey, I'm in the dry brushing. We want to send some stuff over," and they sent over this stuff. So we've got this full set of these beautiful Rosemary and Company dry brushes, made out of the finest of British goat hair, way more posh than American goat hair. Those British goats, they're some fancy goats. I mean, I'm going to go to the UK in the next 30 days or so, and if I don't see some naked goats somewhere near the rosemary, plant, I'll be disappointed, but that might not happen. The wife has a very, very tight itinerary for us, and there's going to be some awesome content coming out of the UK when I'm there, by the way. So Michigan Toy Soldier said, what else do you want? And I said, oh, I'd love some, this set of blue colors, because my extended family, one of my cousins, husbands, whatever they are, I don't know, second cousin, third cousin, I don't know. He's a big Warhammer fan, and he had this sitting on his shelf for like a decade. And I went to him, "Hey, buddy, you want me to build one of these for you on YouTube?" And he's like, "Yeah, totally. Yeah, here, take this thing." And it's a Space Marines Stormhawk, and I was like, okay. So I went out to get some paint for it at the local gaming store. I got some of this this Army Painter Air. This is really nice to spray paint, but that's not what it's about. I bought this for myself, a Razorback. Oh yeah, I love Space Marine vehicles. I do. I've always had an affinity for them, and they need dry brushing when you're done. So I said, what the hell? I'll buy this thing. This stuff came in from Michigan Toy Soldier, and I have built and basically painted this Razorback. And I did a little bit of test dry brushing on the tracks with one of the previous colors I owned from Ammo. And now what we're going to do is use these really very posh, because they're British, they're posh. These posh dry brushes from Rosemary, which are so much nicer than the crappy Chinesium dry brushes from Amazon. These, I guess, sort of got the job done, but these are way more dense, a lot more, fiber dense, and so smooth, so nice. Oh, I highly recommend them. I got the full set of 4 here, and even a little 3D printed brush holder from Michigan Toy Soldier. That was a very nice touch of them. And we've got these different shades of blues and white kind of stuff going on here. So we're going to do some different dry brushing onto this model and see how these brushes work. Like I said, I've already done a little on the tracks as a preview for myself, and they're very nice. So we've got a little cup of water here, and we've got our paints, and we'll pop these out. And we've got some blue, and some medium blue, and some light blue, and some white. And I may actually break out another set that I have. These I bought myself, but these are some gray colors that I bought from my Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon. So you got a bunch of different grays, light gray, medium gray, basalt gray, and panzer gray. I may break out a couple of these randomly, and I'm probably going to use some of these from my metallic set, some gunmetal, light metal, and some chipping, because there is a little bit of mud kicked up at the bottom of this. So I'll probably need one of these as well. And for some of the some of the weapons and whatnot and things, we'll probably end up using some of these. So let's get in the video. Check out the links below. I've got a discount code for Michigan Toy Soldier, Pitstain 2024. It'll get you a total of 15% off your order when you log into their website and fill your basket and go to checkout. And you put in code Pitstain 2024 and you'll get 15% off. So awesome. FTC should be happy with that. They sent me a free product, gave me a discount code. Thank you. Thank you, Michigan Toy Soldier. One sec, please. Oakley dokley, we're all set up here. We've got our beautiful little Warhammer Razorback. We're going to take the medium blue. I'm not going to use a blue, medium blue. And I've got this thing opened. And what we're going to do is take our medium brush from Rosemary, dip it in the water a little bit. Apparently that makes it a bit more absorbent. We're just gonna just the tiniest tap of paint on there, and then we're gonna rub the majority of it off onto the paper towel. Test a little bit here. I've already been doing some testing. Let's rub a little more off. Okay. And we're just gonna start a little bit here. Kind of get in the middle of the panels is kind of what I'm thinking. Start from the top, work my way down. And we're going to do some more stuff here, but you can already see where it's going. It's looking pretty nice. And I'm going pretty hard here, and I can actually just wipe this again in some of the paint that I've wiped off. And hit it with a little more. And I might need to get a little more paint on the brush. And then, so like when you're dry brushing, you're like wasting, I don't know, 90% of your paint. And always have something to test with. Okay. I'm just using the bottom of the tank because hopefully the Wonderfest judges don't look at that. Going on the panels here. And you could dab, you can pull, you can twist. I don't think there's a science to this. Excuse me for the throat clearing. There's a few people that triggers. And we're just gonna, and we're gonna do so many more colors on this that it's gonna be a little dab extra. We're gonna do a lot more colors on here. There we go. Look at that. Yep. And just, you know, I might do a little dabbing. And this is like generally going to be like the outer regions of the lighter. And you could use a smaller brush potentially on some of this. You could also, I mean, there's no real science to the dry brushing. It's kind of just do what looks right, do what feels right, and there we go. Look at that. We got a really nice weathered effect already. And I'm going to go over the rest of the tank with this medium blue. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do some more fun stuff with some of the lighter colors and some of the chipping and metallic colors as well, you know, for the weaponry and the stowage and other things. And then what we'll do is we'll just flat clear over all this. And then we're going to come back with weathering and streaking and all that fun stuff. But look at that. And I did this side already as practice. And honestly, it probably can use just a little bit more in the centers of the panels. And this is one of my most favorite new weathering techniques. I frickin' love dry brushing. I love it. It's amazing. And you don't have to go top down, you can go bottom up. It really depends on the geometry of the model of which way you go. And I've got just way too much blue, it feels like right there. So I'm going to go in a little water. I'm going to wash off the brush with some water. And then I'm going to wash off. Give me a little water here. I'm going to wash off. You can wash off some of this excess weathering to, like, you know, so you don't go crazy. But yeah, look at that. It's really nice. And right here, like, I probably need to get a little closer to this pennant. So I'm going to just dab. But yeah, it's awesome. Look at that. And these brushes are really nice, good control. Very nice, stiff yet supple bristles. Dense, fun. Look at that. Oh, so nice. I'll be right back. I'm going to do all this. All the other blue surfaces I'm going to hit up real quick with this this medium blue, and I will be right back. Okay, so there we go. We've got our dry brushing, just a first pass. That's all. I got to do edges because this is Warhammer. It's a rule. You got to have all the edges very highlighted. But I'm also going to do some metallic dry brushing on the tips of all the little gun barrels and things, and do some of that stuff. I may even do some OSL, some off-subject lighting. I may do a little yellow dry brushing onto the front here for like the headlights glow. Whatever. I've got a fantastic set of brushes for that, so I'm going to give that a whirl as well. We'll see how it goes. But next up is I'm going to take some of this light metal and I'm going to go over all the edges of all the dark metal things and get those dry brushed up, and I'll be right back. I'll show a little of that, don't worry. All right, so we've been practicing a little bit, and we're gonna get a little bit of dry brush action going on these las cannon barrel tips, or lays cannon barrel tips. I might go over with some more carbony colors. But yeah, that's a nice little effect. That looks pretty good. I like it. I went over all the little smoke grenade launchers in the back of the radome, and I got to go over the little arm of the radome. There we go. I went over the little storage box back here that could probably use a tiny bit more, and edges. There we go. This, I mean, dry brush, if I can do this, I swear anybody can do this. It's very simple. So there's a little bit of that with the light metal color, which is pretty sweet. And I think next up, I'm going to take one of these lighter colors. I'm going to go with light blue. The light blue. I'm going to do my edges. Now, one thing I've learned on my own here is use the smallest dry brush possible, the biggest dry brush necessary. So like, start with a smaller dry brush and work your way up if needed. Because I think the way this is looking is too big of a, I mean, this is a small model. It fits in the palm of your hand. So I go with the smaller ones. If I was only doing Warhammer figures, I'd probably go with the extra small, and maybe the medium. The large, I did use it a bit. It was a bit big for this particular model, possibly. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just my skill level. But I also have to do some sooty effects around here, and I have to drag some soot, and then I have to go over that with metallic. So let me do some soot and some metallic, and I'll be right back. A little bit of something dark. I don't know if I'm going to use the gunmetal or I'm going to find a darker color. I'll probably go with the Panzer Gray from this this set of gray colors, the spacey color. Maybe this will work. I don't know, it's not quite black enough. I'll find something. I'll be right back. All right. Well, I used a little black paint, just some whatever random black I had laying around. I had some of this New Worlds paint, which I actually really love this New Worlds paint. Again, I don't know if Michigan Toy Soldier sells it, but it's from my Wada Medea, and not Medea's, you know, the cross-dressing southern whatever. It's very pigment dense, and it actually dry brushes really well for my black sooty stuff near the exhaust. I think those are exhausts. Warhammer people will correct me if I'm wrong, but like, you know, I want little sootiness. There we go. Sootiness installed. And there we go. I did drill out these 4 exhausts. I thought it was nice. I also drilled out the laser cannon barrels, and I drilled out the bolter barrels, just because they weren't drilled out, and I thought, yeah, they should be drilled out. So that's very nice. Over here, all this bright metallic stuff here, I'm going to hit that up, I think, with some of the darker color, as well as some of this silvery part here. I'm going to hit that up with a little darker gunmetal, because those are guns, and it's a gunmetal dry brush. So what the hell? Very nice. I'm going to use the tiniest dry brush in the set, the small, for that job. And this is really, it's coming out pretty nice. I still got to do my edges, and then I'm going to do my mud. And I think we're going to be pretty much done at that point with dry brushing, and then I could just kind of, you know, do some streaking, weathering effects and whatnot, and maybe a wash or something. And I did a little bit of the black paint dry brush over that little winged skull emblem to give it a bit of contrast. Now, I saw in some models these are painted like bronze or brass or gold, and on the box art for my model, it was white. So I just did it white, and I tried to paint the skull colored. And we got this little skull here, and we got this little winged guy here, and I'm gonna rub this little guy with whatever's left in this dry brush of black paint, and the same thing with this little skull. And I'm also gonna go over this a bit to dirty this up, and that looks good. Look at that. Oh, dry brushing is awesome. And just go over some of these decals just a little bit. There's barely anything left on this brush. This brush is dried the hell out. Just to darken them up a little bit. I'm going to do some more effects on those. But yeah, this is really cool. I'm very happy with this. This is looking pretty good. I think when I do my cousin's model up, he will be quite happy with the results. But I bought this. It was like $55. These Games Workshop kits are not cheap. I wonder if Michigan Toy Soldier will send me some of these. They're pretty awesome, but they're a little pricey for the size. So let me clean up my brush. So always, I'm using all water-based paints here. So I'm just going to very carefully, get this thing saturated with water and keep wiping it out on the paintbrush. These brushes clean up really nicely. I have some other stuff. I got to get some of that brush soap. I see some of the modelers using. But these rosemary brushes, I keep seeing them as I search on YouTube for some mini building tutorials like painting, like dry brushing, Warhammer. A lot of the heavy hitters are using these rosemary brushes. So there's obviously something up here because, I mean, I like them. I think they work really nice, but I'm not all that experienced. But yeah, they're not cheap. I mean, but they seem really nice. I gotta spend some more time cleaning this. I'll be right back. All right. We took some of this light blue and we went over all of our edges just with the big brush, really, really dried out. And look at that. I am not a pro level. This is my first Warhammer model ever. And you can see you just barely have any paint on there at all. And it's just, oh, it's so nice. Look at how nice that looks. Wow. Holy crap. And I'm really loving these rosemary brushes. They're very nice. I mean, my Amazon brushes I had they were okay. They were all right. Don't soak your brush up to the ferrule. But yeah, clean her off. I'm just using some water for the most part here. I gotta get some brush soap. I definitely need brush soap. But yeah, comes out looking spick and span. Still a little moist. What am I gonna do here? Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of some light metal. Where is it? Here we go. This, light metal. I'm gonna do a little bit of light metal right around here. And then I'm done with dry brushing. And honestly, the model would be done right now. This would be done. But I feel like I just want to give it a little bit of a wash or maybe some streaking effects. I'm not sure. I really feel like sometimes I go overboard and a little too much, but this looks really great. Honestly, I might want a little bit more light blue dry brushing right there. But look at that. So either way, I mean, we're basically done. So either way, check out the link below to Michigan Toy Soldier. We have a 15% off code, PITSTAIN2024. You got to log into the website, so register. And, they sent me these awesome blue colors and some other stuff. And these Rosemary and Co. dry brushes are absolutely amazing. Look at what this moron was able to do. And this is after multiple canned margaritas. I mean, imagine me sober. I'm actually a worse modeler. So there we go. It's quite nice. I'm very happy with it. It looks fantastic. I'm gonna have to. Oh man, that looks really good. Anthony, what do you think? That's my family member who's into Warhammer, and I'm gonna definitely do a little bit of some some mild washes here, just to make this tow cable a little dirtier and just nasty it up a bit. But either way, this video is all about these new dry brushes. They're really nice. They clean up well. They hold their shape. They have very nice dense bristles. They do great, and I really do love these ammo dry brush paints. You could dry brush with any paint. I did a little bit with this because I went a little overboard on the turret, and I darkened it back up with a bit of this. And this was just some random, black paint, Zenith Black from New Worlds to do the soot, and it looks really nice. So either way, I hope everybody, likes the video. Subscribe, comment, please comment. Smash the like button. It really helps. That helps more than anything. But if you click the link below and use my code at Michigan Toy Soldier, save a few bucks. And oh man, look at that. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, I'm going to start buying. God, son of a. I'm going to buy more Warhammer models now. Because this is so fun to build. Well, thank you for coming. And we'll see you next time on the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. Email me if you want stickers. I've got piles of stickers everywhere. I'm buried in stickers, and I want to bury you all in stickers. Thanks again, everybody. Adios.